Hello guys, TAFHD here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look and just testing what I've bought off Facebook Marketplace. And what I've bought is an Elgato capture card, and specifically this is a HD60S. Now for the longest time now I've wanted an Elgato capture card of some sort, preferably one that can do 60 FPS, but honestly I didn't really care. I've wanted one for pretty much as long as I can remember, never really had a use for one, but now I kind of do. So when I'm messing with computers I might want to screen record what I'm doing instead of just pointing my camera at them, and some computers aren't really capable of doing inbuilt screen recording with action because they're low powered or something like that, so I can now use this to record them. And the purpose of this video is to just test this thing and see if it works, and that's because this is used. It did come in part of its original box, and I do have a HDMI and the USB cable there, but this thing on Facebook Marketplace was only £20, and when these were new they were like 150. I think they still sell for about 60 or 70, so £20 for one which was apparently lightly used or never really used at all. I think that's a brilliant deal. Now, I've had this thing for a few weeks just sitting around on my desk not doing anything, waiting for me to make this video, so it might work, it might not, I honestly don't know, but for £20, even if it doesn't work, I think it was worth the shot, because £20 compared to 70, I think I'd rather take the risk with this one, to be honest. I'm not really sure what could go wrong with this. It would either work or not. I don't think there'd be like some hiding bug or something that I only discover later on. I think it'll either work fine or it just will be completely dead. So I've installed the software on my MacBook Pro as well as my PC. For the sake of this video we're going to test it on my PC. Might use it on my MacBook Pro as well at some point. I don't really know, but yeah, let's just give this thing a test and see if it works. Hopefully it will, because if it does for only £20, that is an absolute steal. So yeah, let's just see if it works. Okay, so here's what I've done. There is the capture card with the USB going into my PC, and the HDMI input is going into the capture card, and that is going to go from my MacBook Pro. So we're going to be outputting from my MacBook Pro into the Elgato, and usually you then have a HDMI coming out connecting to your monitor so you can see what's going on, but this has got a built-in screen so I can just look at that anyway, so there's no need to plug in a second HDMI. It should just work like this. So let's just wake up the computer and launch the software, and hopefully it should just show up straight away, and we can do a bit of fiddling with it, get all the settings right, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so I have launched the software, and straight away it has been recognised up here as Game Capture HD60S 1080p 60 frames per second, and apologies, you will have to just bear with this shoddy recording of my screen. Action for some reason will not launch, so we'll just have to deal with this, and this is another reason why I wanted this capture card, because it would just make capturing this so much easier, but oh well, we'll just have to go with it. So I think we're just going to look in the settings. So it's capturing to the videos folder as well as a desktop depending on what we're doing. That is fine. Don't really care about sharing updates, it can do what it wants. Not really concerned about any of that, to be honest. Let's look at the settings for the capture card. Input device Xbox, no, let's just change that to PC. It doesn't really make a difference, but we'll just do that. Anyway, audio input, HDMI audio, you can plug a microphone or something into the side of the Elgato, but I don't want to do that. Profile 1080p, allows 60 frames per second. Now quality, I want pretty much the best that's possible, so for now I'm going to put that all the way up to best. I might change that and turn that down at some point in the future, but for now I just want to try it as the best, to be honest. All that other stuff looks fine. Picture, that's all fine. Audio, that will do as it is, and that will be fine as well. I don't care about live streaming, so I'll ignore that. Game audio, that is the audio that will come from the computer. I don't actually know if it will, I'm not that bothered right now. Live commentary, that's going to come from the capture card. I would want to use my microphone, so I'm going to plug that in. Whether it'll just pop up, I don't know, but let's give it a go. Yep, so I've now selected my microphone. That is now what we'll do the live commentary automatically, reduce game sound, yeah, that all looks fine. We'll ignore sound capture. Then this is just the video title and all that stuff. I don't really know what it's all about. Never used one of these before, so I don't know. And this isn't a tutorial, I shouldn't have to say that, but I will do anyway. This is not a guide, this is just me trying to work it out. We can use overlays down here if we are live streaming or something like that. Don't care about those, I'll leave them off. So now let's record, let's move around on the MacBook Pro, and if this is working I will now overlay this video that's being recorded onto the screen so you can see that. So let's just see if this is working. It should be picking up my voice through my microphone, and hopefully this has worked. I'll now stop it now and we will see if it did what it was meant to do. Okay, so I have found the video file, and here it is, and it looks like it recorded just fine, and it does look to be at 60 frames per second by the smoothness. I can't hear any audio, I've got my volume up as high as it'll go, and I'm just guessing I haven't plugged my microphone in properly. I didn't actually test it, but it looks like it is working. Let's do that again. Yeah, looks fine, don't see any sort of artifacting going on. I am sure I'll be able to fix the audio at some point. It won't be a problem, it'll just be me being stupid or probably just being too far away from the microphone and it can't even pick me up. But yeah, it looks like it did record that just fine, so I will put that in the video as you will already have seen. So yeah, this thing looks to be working. Okay, so it's actually been a few weeks since I filmed that last clip, and as you saw I did not overlay the video. And why did I not overlay the video? Well, let's take a look in here. So I brought the file over, and for whatever reason it is a .ts file, and macOS for whatever reason cannot open those files. So I managed to open and play it on Windows just fine because Windows can understand that format, but for whatever reason macOS just can't. It can't open it in QuickTime, but it can open it in VLC player, and it looks to be playing back just fine as you can see, but I can't then get it into Final Cut because natively it just is not recognised for whatever reason. Now maybe if I'd done the capture on this computer using the software that I installed, so the Game Capture HD, it would probably be a format which is understandable, but I want to, like, you know, record things on my PC and then edit them on my MacBook Pro. I don't want to have to record everything on here too, but I did try and do some recording on here using the software and it just wouldn't work. I don't know why, I just could not get it to work for whatever reason. So I've done a bit more research and a bit more fiddling, and I think I've worked out a way to do it on the PC so that it's recognised on here. So what I've done on my PC is download a different piece of software. This is called 4K Capture Utility. The HD60S is indeed compatible with it, and I did do a bit of a test and it recorded in a nicer format which I could actually understand. But I cranked the quality all the way up to the best and it was just a laggy mess. My computer for whatever reason cannot handle that, so I've done a bit more tweaking and I think I've finally got it how I want it to be. So I'll get the capture card out and let's have a little demonstration to make sure that it actually is working how I want. Okay, so I hope that this is kind of a good enough angle. Of course the last bit of the video was completely out of focus as I have just discovered, but hopefully this is a bit better. It's still not going to be great, but this is why I wanted the capture card, so I can actually make things look nice. Okay, so hopefully as you can see it is now actually working. As you can see, there we are. I can control the computer. There we are. So let's click on record, and now it should be recording, and that's not great. I'm moving my cursor around and it just seems to be lagging, which is not great. So let's stop that and go and find where this has saved, and then let's see if the final video is actually laggy too. Alright, so here it is, and yeah, That is not good. It's laggy and stuttery. That's not great. When I tested this a couple of weeks ago and thought I'd got it all sorted, this was working just fine, so that is odd. Maybe I need to change some of the settings. I've got the bit rate at about halfway, at about 30 megabits per second. I'd have thought that would be fine, but maybe it's not. So let's put that down. Let's put it to about 20. Let's see if for whatever reason that manages to make a difference. So again, let's try recording, if it will let me record. So let's try this again. No, it's done it again. Alright, so I actually don't really know what to do now. I've waited too long trying to make this video to put off putting it out any longer to fix the problem. So I'm just going to put this video up with this thing as it is. It seems to be working, but something isn't right. It might be this, there's something up with it. Or maybe it's my computer just being stupid and it can't keep up. I think it's something I'm going to have to look into a bit further. But by publishing this video now, I'm kind of also asking for help. So if anyone knows what I can do to hopefully try and fix this problem, please let me know. I will be doing some more experimenting off camera. Nothing really exciting enough to film, but if I do end up getting this thing working, there'll be an update video at some point or a pinned comment in this video just to say that it's working. So for £20, I think this probably does work. It's probably just my computer being stupid. Am I mad that I've bought something that doesn't work? No, because I think it probably does work, and for £20, as I've already said, I think it probably is worth the risk. So thank you for watching this video. It's kind of boring and nothing really happened, but if you've watched it, thank you again for that. I do appreciate it, and if anyone knows what I can do to hopefully fix this, please let me know. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next one where something hopefully good will happen. So thank you again. I will see you then. Goodbye.